So, I'm back. It's me, Naughty Monet, with Lips Aflame. Okay. As Lips Aflame. Okay, so I'm back from my excursion, or should I say another racist attack. Okay, so I went to the park biking trails. And again, you know, they copied the same you know how Parkview copycat, how I invented that hashtag. Okay, so yeah, so the same thing happened in the parking lot. You can read it in my text on my blog. But yeah, basically same thing happened. What was I gonna say? Okay, so God, it's hard to get a position here. Okay, so Woo. Oh my God, I did not plan that part. Okay, so okay, as I was saying, so okay, in the parking lot, same thing, screaming, yelling, you know, near the trails in the parking lot, over yonder. Okay, so yeah, the same thing, screaming, yelling, surrounding me in the parking lot. Again, watching me off of the business's camera system. Just a bunch of cars there that shouldn't have been parked, blocking me. All these big cars, you know, they're not even real patients. And patrons, customers. Anyway, as I go in, okay, right when I walk in, the door would barely, right when I go, it doesn't go that slow. They're trying not to get in any trouble. So, if you know what place I'm talking about, what real place I'm talking about, complain. Complain to the biggest complaint. We all know what that is. It has 5 letters. No, it's not as big as a hippopotamus. It's not as big as a hippopotamus. Anyway, so complain about this place. Anyway, a lot of fraud going on. Patrons posing as or stalkers posing as patrons. You know, they got a little tiny little gang stalking ring. Interesting story, you know, how HomeDepot, Walmart, I don't know if other stores are involved, but these managers, when they do not like something, they expose their feelings. They get so lower than, everybody says they're so low. I didn't even know that. And they're never going to get what they want, which is orgasmic. We love watching how much power we have over, how much power they give us. And it's like watching, like I said, rats in a maze banging their heads against the wall with the bird's eye view and these little explosions happening, you know, like in a video game. We just love watching it. Okay, so anyway, the the automatic doors, they're doing a Parkview copycat because Parkview does that too. The doors barely opened. They're trying to show we don't want you here, which isn't true, which is happening to HomeDepot, Walmart, and the Scudsfield. Oops. I mean the Springfield managers. Or the Springfield Glen hood rats. So, okay, so with that happening, okay, so doors barely open, and then when I go in, there's a fake line of customers, and they've made it where they're trying to make me stand between the automatic door and inside. Again, they're trying to crowd me, but it didn't work. And they all look back at me, were snarling at me, and then they're yelling and screaming. talking to each other and like whispering, oh, you know, Islamic people don't belong in America. And then they're quiet and then they're looking back at me, stuff like that. Even the staff members. Anyway, again, Parkview copycat again. They were copying Parkview, and they closed down all the reception lanes. You know, this is happening because everyone is treating Home Depot managers, Walmart managers, and keep going, keep doing it. Go bigger, go harder, go faster, go, go, go. You know how we do it here. Go bigger, go harder. And but definitely don't go home. Don't leave Nadia now. We gotta help lift the flame out. And I tell this to my stalking victims too. To help you guys out. Hopefully you guys are taking my tips. Okay, so anyway, they same old boring stuff because they're obsessed and they love me. I don't feel any hate or unwanted because it's an act. They all love me and stuff. So anyway, they actually look quite embarrassed when they see me. Like they look really embarrassed you could tell it's not real, it's an act. But anyway, but they're trying to drive a person into suicide. And so if you know what place I'm talking about, hey, do it to them. Their kids, they're grandbastards. They're trying to pass off as grandchildren, illegitimate grandchildren. If they're born out of wedlock, stuff like that. Hey, if you're not already, do it back to them. That's what I love about this. It can and is be done to them. So anyway, not just Home Depot, Walmart, these businesses, if you know who I'm talking about, do it to them and their kids, grandkids, stuff like that. Their BFFs. Okay, so anyway, serve them a plate of cold food at their favorite restaurant. Call up their favorite place, and do this, and they can't handle it. It's like, well, you're gonna be a bully. If you're gonna be a bully, when you're gonna be a bully, you gotta play the game. It's not you can do it to people and people can't. You have to expect it back, and you have to dagger something back harder. It's a prerequisite. Okay, so and I'm a victim here. I don't go around bullying people because I'm not jealous. So anyway, and I'm not a mildewy moldoid or scumite. Okay, so anyway, I go in there and yeah, all the reception lanes are closed, and all the receptionists check on that. Isn't that like illegal or against company policy? And all the receptionists are hiding in the back, and there's just one with like 10 fake customers in line, all just to stall me and deny. That's their a fake way of denying me service. Yeah, like I'm really gonna leave. I wouldn't leave if you asked me to or begged me to. You'd have to pay me at least $10,000 cash for me to leave. Anyway, yeah, I want to be accepted by you, hillbilly. You look like you live, eat, die by prison. Yeah, if I was the type to want to be accepted, which I'm not, because I'm look up to, I'm a leader, I'm not a follower. Case in point of my life. I mean, I have followers. Look at my life. I'm a leader. I'm an icon. People see me as an icon. They idolize me and stuff, and which is totally fine. That shows that they have impeccable taste. Okay, so anyway, I go in there and yeah, they get my information, and oh yeah, and they also sent me a big list of catalogs. The scum fans, I call them scum fans. I don't think they're my fans. I have fans and scum fans. Fans are the nice, normal humans. Scum fans are the mildew, moldies, criminals. And yeah, so they sent me a thick stack of more. I'll post it. And Home Depot, Walmart, and Scottsfield, Springfield, Glen Neighbors, and sent me more of their junk mail. So subscriptions, and I'll post it later. But yeah, and everybody says that they can see Dawn from Home Depot. Dawn does this, subscribes people. And they also subscribed over 4,000 emails. Most of them were porn. Like, I'd get 100 a day. I didn't want to close my old emails. This is 7-8 years ago when they first started stalking me. Finally, my mom convinced me to delete the email because it was Living Doll at 007. I loved it, and that's how it got hacked and stuff. They would send me all these subscription emails about being fat, being ugly, porn, stuff like that. Well, I wonder if you guys have their emails or their home addresses. I wonder how they would feel if you subscribed them to all this stuff. Okay, so anyway, it was about Viagra, stuff like that, sex, stuff like that. And yeah, I ended up having close to 5,000 emails of that subscription. So if you're not already, yeah, they say this person named Dawn at Home Depot, they're notorious for doing that. Dawn, the dishwashing liquid? I don't know. Not Donald Trump. It could be Dawn for Donald Trump. Anyway, Dawn the Morning Light. That is definitely not the Morning Light. Okay, so anyway. And one of many. Dawn would be one of many. It's not just that. It wants you to think that it's some that it's running this whole thing. You know, each one of them individually, all the managers I've named, I won't even say them out loud. You can read them, and it's not worth saying. Sometimes some mildewies aren't worth saying, even on air. Each individual one thinks that they're the leader and that they're running all this. It's just not, of course, one person can't do all this, but each one of them think that, oh, they're running this thing. Let them think that. Yeah, let them think that, and look what's happening to them. Yeah, you're really running everything. You really run Fort Wayne, don't you? Well, I really see that. Everyone just listens to them. The lowest form of retail on the food chain. Yeah. Look at what's going on in your lives, what is going on, and what will go on. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, okay, so I go in there, yeah, and I sit down, and usually where I sit, no one was there, and usually there's stalkers there, and I want to sit in a different place this time. I don't know, there's something about this building I love. It, you know, I really like going here, and it's just so big and spacious and beautiful, you know. And they were all sitting over there. So to piss them off, and because I wanted it, even if it was empty there, that was an added bonus in pissing them off. But even if no one was there, I would have sat there. But I went over there, and I sat where they all sat. That was awesome. And they thought I would sit at my usual place, because the last 2 or 3 times I would sit, there's another reception area way like 15 feet across. I was like, no. I was like, I'm gonna be the stalker and bug them, you know. I'm gonna bathe in their, you know. I love basking in their humiliation. The tub overflows at that. Can't get enough of that. Humiliation, basking, and bubbles of their, and yeah. Next time I should sit in the middle, but my back would have been turned. But I made sure to get a good seat by accident facing all of them. It was by accident. And because it was a couch. Anyway, same thing, banging, screaming kids, pulling kids, hitting kids, pulling kids across the floor, having kids run around, scream. And yeah. And then the moms will look at me, and then they'll look at the staff and then smile, like, oh, they know they're not supposed to be doing that, but they're getting permission from the staff so they can do it. And yeah. But if I did that, I would be told to get out. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so they're talking about, yeah, as long as people don't belong married, they kept screaming and yelling. They're always staff and employee, you know, they're always screaming because they can't use their tongues as a club and beat me to death in broad daylight and successfully murder me and carry me out in a body bag. So that's all they do. Remember, the gang stalking, the noise campaign. When they don't do this, I did that last night. They'll try and get your. Don't look at them. They go, oh yeah, I did that last night. Yeah, we went over it bowling last night, and last night we went over, and then the staff will also be screaming, yeah, I went there, and then we went here, and then we walked across the sidewalk. Yeah, we went across the sidewalk, and then we followed the yellow line, and then yeah, and then the puppy pooped on. Yeah, that's what they do. And especially when we're talking, giving information. And I love it. I'm like, stressing their throats out over me. I'm like, this is supposed to make me okay. Still haven't figured out that yet. Makes you want to do this. Ah, lips of flame, lips of flame. Okay, so anyway, what was I saying? So, okay, so yeah, and they purposely made me wait a long time, and yeah, then they called me back there, and I was back there for a while, and they were told to act really grumpy and mean and blah. I don't know. Hopefully they're really mad. I don't know. I don't know if someone figured out who they were. I have nothing to do with it. Keep your stalkers out. That's all on you. If fans are complaining, because that's what happened at Walmart. Nobody knew. I never posted or used their name, and the managers were all kicked out within 3 weeks. So people were obviously calling corporate and complaining without me doing it. I don't know if either that's going on here or no, it can't happen because I didn't post it. So people are just reading about it. And the ones who know about it aren't doing it, aren't complaining. Maybe that's happening, or they're just acting on behalf of Home Depot and Walmart. I don't know if they're really mad because this business is getting in trouble themselves. Because like I said, their own stalkers turn on them. They tell on them, their family, friends, relatives, you know what criminals say. I mean, they're not loyal to each other. You know that old saying, 3 can keep a secret if 2 is dead. What is it? No honor among scum. So they tell on each other. I don't know if they're complaining, and that, and it's funny to watch because it's like these businesses who are helping these scumites are being hung by the same scum that they're helping. So either that's happening, which I think is awesome, their own tattles turns on them. I've been told that, because I was like, you think they tell me, a lot of experts are like, of course, yeah, some people like telling. Some people tell for the sake of telling everybody. Some people tell, just to tell everyone, hey, I told them. I thought people like to hide that, but yeah, some people just like tattling. And they like, not just tattling, they like to tell everybody that, hey, I told. And either that's happening or, which they can't blame me for, because, hey, I go to the park biking trails, and it was around after 7 a.m, so you keep your stalkers out, you guys did that. That's a you thing. That's a you problem. You guys did it to yourself if that's what's going on. Or I'm leaning more towards they're doing it on Home Depot and Walmart's behalf, because how did they get them to do that? Aren't you they're embarrassed, but I'm like, how do you guys feel as employees when they're coming to you? What do they go? Everybody likes her. Please, come on. Are they like doing this to your collar? Come on, like pulling your come on. Everyone hates us. Be mean to her. Come on. When she comes in, don't look at her. Look south, 4 degrees south, and then 3 degrees up, and then frown or snarl at her. And look from left to right, and then right to left, and then look down, and then look opposite diagonal, and then roll your eyes to the right, and then frown, and then cross your arms, and turn. Aren't you embarrassed to hear them beg about this? This is what makes you feel sorry for them. For you to feel sorry for them, now I don't know who's crazier, you or them. Forget about me, a situation. This is flattering to me, but for them to go all this trouble. But I'm saying, I'm imagining them walking, because they have to walk in. They have to walk in to do this. The phone calls are recorded. They have to walk in and lie that they have some type of problem, which is fraud. And then when they go back with the customer service associate, the stalker lies to the person when they're alone. I don't see how the employee agrees to it. I would start laughing. I think people would say, I imagine if I were the customer service associate and someone were telling begging, I'd be bending over sideways and I'd be thinking that seriously they're mentally ill. I would tell them you need to leave. I would just say I can't help. I mean, you're the problem. Why don't you stop or go away? I mean, this is a you problem. Why don't you just turn your head if you don't like? I mean, you don't have to. No one's forcing you to chase this girl. You're doing this of your own volition, you know. I don't know if that's the right word, volition or what. You know, you're doing this of your own desire. I mean, come on. And no one's forcing you to do this. It's like a chore to them, but it's like, well, this problem that they're having, I mean, it's a type that's never gonna go. It's never gonna stop or go away. So they're gonna have to chase me for the rest of their life, and they didn't expect that. So yeah, this is welcome to your new life, like I said 8 years ago. And this is a type of thing where they can't get rid of or stop it. It's gonna be a forever problem. So it's the type of problem where whether you do all this extra work or not, chasing someone, the outcome will always be the same. What is that called? Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. They're mentally, and everybody said that. I'm scared. They say two things. Sounds like they're obsessed with you. And then number two, just it's insanity. The same thing, doing it over and over again. Expecting it. Just that they're scared for me and that they're obsessed with you. Like, I'm scared for you. I'm scared. Like, I'm not. I'm like, I'm the scary one, not them. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Anyway, every time and they have cameras hidden in the rooms, everywhere. Not just the hallways, like in the fitting rooms too. And in the bathrooms and in the fitting rooms. And it's like, how do you know what we're doing? DuPont Hospital had that every time I was in their their dressing room, undressing for a knee x-ray. It was at DuPont Hospital where you get knee x-rays. They were screaming and stuff, and they kind of opened the door and closed it every time I took off a piece of clothing. How did they know that? And then they thought they're so powerful, and I launched an investigation. And with the complaint. They thought they were so powerful because when I came out, they're staring at me like, oh, she can't say anything. I was like, no, I don't care to say anything because I'm going to complain. And, well, what else do they say? They'll just deny it. So, well, maybe I should have said something, but maybe if they would have asked. I'm the type of person where you have to pull the information out. I just don't say it. Yeah, if you say something, then I'll tell you, basically. And, yeah, they're acting like puffing their chests out. They weren't, but I'm like, you know how people puff their chests out and act like, I'm so important. Look what I did for, oh, yeah. And the investigation didn't find anything, but that's why I complained. So DuPont Hospital, they have cameras in those dressing rooms. You know when you get undressed for x-rays, they have cameras in there because they kept screaming every time I took out a piece of clothing. Every time I took off a piece of clothing. How did they know? And they're talking about my underwear color. Even my mom said they're not supposed to have cameras back there. But she said, I think they just think we won't get in trouble if we could quickly take him out right after Nadia leaves. I mean, so about HIPAA violations, I mean, so they can happen. They say that they can happen, so they can happen, and they can get away with it, but they can get in a lot of trouble. But it's not as serious as they make it sound. So that's why I ask you guys, okay, it's illegal to have cameras in fitting rooms, bathrooms, exam room, everywhere, but they can have it in there and get away with it if we don't go public and if they take it out right after us, right? So my point is yeah, it's illegal, but they can have the cameras in there and then they can remove them, right? Just to show us that they're watching us. Like every time we turn our heads or move our eyes, I do make faces. They know. I mean, people are saying, yeah, only a camera knows facial expressions. So how did they know? So I want to warn you guys. I mean, these places, business, even grocery store, they have cameras in the bathroom, fitting room, you know, Walmart. I mean, yeah, they're not, just like HIPAA violations, they're not supposed to do this, do that, give out information. But they were and they are they're giving out my schedule information. You know, they're not supposed to, but they are. So it's like, why are they saying it's illegal? Just like with cameras, they're saying it's illegal. They're not supposed to, but they are. So I want to put that out so we can catch them. You know, because I was thinking it's an infrared. Maybe it is a thermal thing, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, but I don't know. People say, I mean, I was thinking with a radio wave movement or something, like if someone turns their head or moves their eyes, it could be that. But people say it would have to be a camera. So I don't know about that stuff. Someone out there, a good person in the medical field, if somebody can look into this, not just medical field, but retail field. Anybody who works in retail, grocery store, anybody in fitting rooms, a retail store, a department store, a clothing store, fitting rooms, bathroom, you know, restaurants, fast food, and restaurant, anywhere. You know, if you've heard about the, you know, you guys are two-faced, at least one person hates you in life, which is pretty sad. I mean, my fantasy is to be booed on stage, and I would totally stay there. Okay, so anyway, okay. As I was saying, no, this ain't no flamingo, kid. Anyway, so, oh, I forgot to wear my tiara. Okay, so, as I was saying, God, I should have done this a long time ago. Okay, so, that's what I meant to do. Okay, too late in the game. I'll remember to do it next time. Okay, so that's my mom. She's saying she bought sausage by accident. I'm making my video, Mom. Jeez. My sweet, innocent mom. Okay. Mwah. Mwah. Love you, Mom. Bye, Mom. You're making my poor, sweet, fat, innocent, cute, cancer-recovering mom, again, she, you know, sometimes she has to go to the ER for a pain in her arm, and it's from this. Carrying such heavy a junk mail that they send. Can they not think of it? Yeah, people say they just try and annoy you. So this is supposed to, none of the things annoy me. They think just because it would annoy them, This to me is workable. I use the word workable, live around. I can work through this and live through this and work around it, over it, under it, side, beneath it. I always find a tunnel. I'll make my way around it, over it, underneath it, beside, you know, I'll pass right through. But, yeah, this is just boring stuff. It's just boring, you know, stuff that they do things which mean nothing. Have people be mean to you, have people snarl to you, which is all fake, but the thing that offends me is it's fake. I want real hate. I wish they really hated me and snarled, but you know, we all know it's an act. But anyway, so yeah, the whole time I'm alone in the room, again, every time I move my head, there's someone screaming outside in the hallway. They're opening and slamming doors again like psychos. Ask them all about this, because they do not like. Stand and talk and lean up against the wall. Cross your arms and say, so are you jealous of Nadia? So why do you do this? So do you think you belong here? Do you think you belong in society? Do you think you deserve to work here? Do you think you should hang up your fucking uniform and get the fuck out? Or do you think you should keep your fucking uniform on and stay the fuck here? Stay the fuck in. I mean, why are you here? Aren't you supposed to be helping people like Nadia? Why are you here? You know? Why are you slathering the Walmart watermelons with diseases, slimy diseases and mud? Because it caused a sty on my eye. I still have the sty from a Bussick orthodontics, you bastard. Their place is so dirty. Busick Orthodontics. Look, I still have this sty on my eye. It's small, but it's painless. I mean, I can't even feel it. I forget it's there. But it's been there since July of last year. Since I went to that Busick the Bastards Orthodontics. By the way, don't go there. And what's the name? Oh my God, Lakewood Family. Do not go there. They are cons. I gotta post this. They conned me into paying for $100 of x-rays when they already knew I had x-rays because my stalkers told them. And I told them. And that lady, yeah, they were told to snarl at me and be really mean and take machines and hit my leg because it's injured. You know, like I'm a war hero. And it was a short lady with she's a short old lady with glasses and short red hair. The the dental hygienist or dental assistant at Lakewood Family Dental. She was like, oh, she's like, since you didn't tell us you had your teeth cleaned. I'm like, yeah, I did. And my stalkers told you. And all these fake patients that were stalkers all were in there. And I'm like, you and the owner, some Indian or Pakistani guy, he's like, you guys are defrauding insurance company left, right, sideways with all these fake patients coming in for fake emergencies because they had no appointments. And all of them were helped before me. And I had no appointment. That's what they do everywhere. And I'm like, good, more evidence, you know? I'm like, good, hey, why not 2? You want to make me wait 2 hours? Why not 3? I'm the type of person I will out fucking wait you. I'm not the type of person who crosses my arms and stomps and huffs. Come on, hurry. No, I'm like, yeah. Make it through. I'm like, Dad, all you got? Why didn't you make me wait 8 hours instead of 4? That's the type of person I am. Because I'm like, hey, it's all on camera. I'm like, hey, when I go home, I'm going to post this and you're just going to get in more trouble. And you're willing to get in trouble for me. I mean, they're willing to give up their lives for their obsession with me. Take advantage, peeps, victims. Exploit that weakness. You see that weakness, how upset, take it and exploit it. Use it against them. You know, it's like me in a chocolate bar or something. Most of us at the chocolate bar, you know. Anyway, so yeah, the entire time I'm in the room, they're screaming, yelling, talking about Donald Trump, talking about Islam people, why are they wearing hijab, this, that, which I'm not. I was wearing this. Well, I was wearing more than this. And, yeah, and then they're just, every time I move, they're screaming and yelling because they have hidden cameras and stuff. And, yeah, I was moving around in the room. You know, I was changing my clothes and stuff in this room, and they were, yeah, employees were slamming the door and they were laughing and they're screaming. Some fake customers are screaming, she looks funny. And yeah, there has to be cameras in the fitting rooms, you know, and bathrooms and, you know, exam rooms, stuff like that. And yeah, so that happened. I waited for a while. Everything, like I said, written in more details. And, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So, yeah, that was my experience today. And, you know, riots breaking out and stuff. You know, riots breaking out and stuff, like at Target this year. I was like, oh, no, I can't believe it. I forgot I had my phone with me. That's why they're all following me. Even the employees were trying the old cart on Northwood Target. I was like, bitch, you better hit me with that cart, because I will scream so fucking loud, and I will call the police if you hit me with it. Yeah, because she was waiting for me, and then when I happened to start walking, she turned around and then she took the cart and she stopped. I was like, I kept walking. I was like, she's waiting for me. She should have stopped. I was prepared to be hit. I was like, if you fucking hit me, I will fucking scream so loud. I'm going to keep walking. I'm not going to stop. Because that's what they do. Like, they'll pretend they're talking, and then right when I pass, they'll walk in front of me and block me. I don't stop, though. I'll bump into you, and I'll start screaming. And then they're like, you're in the way. I'm like, yeah, I am. And you're not. So you're admitting I'm in the way. Yeah, I'm in the way. So they're admitting that they should move. So why are they blocking? I'm like, you guys, I don't understand that. Can someone explain that to me? They're like, you're in the way. I'm like, yeah, I'm in the way. So why are you blocking me? That's a confession, right? Aren't they confessing that, hey, you're in the way, we should stop and let you pass through? You're in the way. I'm like, yeah, I'm in the way. So you've been watching me and you're walking up to me. So when you know I'm in the way, so you're watching me from afar, hiding from near. When you know I'm in the way, why are you coming up to me and blocking? See, none of this makes sense. And yeah, and they're all like, even at Chase Bank at Northwood, this guy, he's like acting like he's stepping in front of me. I was like, don't even ask for a kiss. He's like, he looked like he came out of prison, seriously. I didn't care. I was like, I didn't say anything. I was like, I'm just gonna tell everybody when I get him. Yeah, they all thought they were doing something that would never be, oh my God, that would never be found out. I was like, no, I know it's gonna happen I know what I'm gonna do in the end, so. I'm like, I don't care what you guys, I already consider it stopped. Whether they stop, do a little bit almost in between, completely stop, go to full force, the outcome is going to be the same. I'm going to do the same thing regardless. No matter what don't you fellow stockies, don't you love knowing and watching them work like dogs and pant and sweat? And know that no matter what they do, like, don't you love them pretending to act like they have a fake connection? They pretend to act like the way they behave towards you, whether it's good or bad, sucky uppy, or whether, you know, it's trying to run us over and murder us. No matter what they do, you know, don't you love it? Them, you know, them acting like it has, the way they act has a bearing on your actions. I love that. That makes it, I'm like, well, gee, thanks for handing me all this power, giving me all this power in your life. I'm like, nice or not nice, it's not about, I'm like, we're gonna go at the same rate. We're gonna do what we want when we so, you know. You can act nice and fake. You can maim me, run over my leg. I mean, it's gonna be the same as if you gave me a $14 million mansion. Hey, I'll take the mansion and the Ferrari, but I'm going to act exactly the same as if you ran me over. I love knowing that. Don't you fans love? Okay. So, that's what happened in my day today. And I was crying earlier, but I got myself together, you know. So, let's see. I gotta get my groceries downstairs. Okay, so that was it. So! Has that been recording? Yes. I am Lips of Flame! And I deliver all the shady, sneaky, dastardly, underhanded, shady goings-ons in the disgusting, dirty heart of fucking Fort Wayne, Indiana, where they actually enjoy fucking their mothers, where they have sex with their brothers, and they like it. The Boondocks Hillbilly Town. So, I want to know when. I want to know where. I want to know how. I want to know who. But most of all, I want to know why.